Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And today we want to, today I want to find out which is better, a waffle stack or a cheese grater. What on earth are you talking about? These are my mining array designs. The waffle stack being stacked checkerboard patterns, like a checkerboard that's several deep, or the waffle stack, which actually, we're gonna do something a little different because that's still angry with me. So we're gonna hop over here. Kinda want an asteroid with mass. Oh, good grief. Not one that's 10 trillion light years away. Oh, that's the one I'm looking at. No. No, hold on. Whee! Hold right control to switch to... There's nothing else here. Switch to other docks. And we're gonna get there in 1200 years because I'm moving... What, 30 meters per hour? There we go. That should give us a little oomph. Yeah, look at that number drop. But instead of having a waffle stack, I'm taking the checkerboard and I've stacked it tall, not deep. So I'm wondering if that will work. I'm calling it a cheese grater because it's going to work like a cheese grater. It has offset holes that hopefully will rake across it, and if I move slowly, it should do well. Let's get a little closer. We're only 5 kilometers out. What are you doing? Why are you snapping all the way over there? Because I'm realigning with Galactic North. There's a north in space. There is on StarMade. And when you align with Galactic North, I find it better for asteroid mining because your beams are all in a line with the blocks. So I just found it makes it better. All right, so see, we don't need this vessel anymore. No, don't need. No, good grief! Stop that. Yes, and we're gonna pull in the cheese grater. Yeah, let's see. F1 to the cheese grater. We're gonna move here. This rock is our target here. All right, move a little closer. These damage beams I have set up for the width of the mining array, so I know anything inside of these damage beams. Well, I guess I should set them to unfocus. There we go. Anything inside of these damage beams will be hit by the mining array. So yep, that asteroid is nicely inside of the damage beam, so let's bring it to a stop. Bring it to a stop. Like, stop. Thank you. Switch cameras. Bring her over a little. There we go. Make sure, yep, that's still in. Switch cameras again. Fire my lasers. Alright. These are not firing. I'm guessing that's because there is a limit on how many beams you can actually render. So we're going to test that. Because I have, like, rendering all the beams. We're moving fairly slowly, which is fine. Because I want to move fairly slowly to cut through this asteroid. So this first is going to rake it. Then this next one's going to rake a little deeper. Then the next one a little deeper. And the next a little deeper. So hopefully it'll cut all the way clean through the asteroid. Like so. And it looks like these beams are not firing, or not rendering, not firing. Looks like there is a beam limit. And the beam limit isn't draw limit. It looks almost like it's an actual limit. So having more beams than this is not going to help me. Hey, I think the cheese grater works better than the waffle stack for this particular application. So let's move over and try it again. It's also cheaper. It's going to be cheaper than the waffle stack because I don't have such deep mining units. Instead, they're just tall. Instead of being deep and tall. Kind of sad that this whole block here is not firing. Because that means I can't eat the entire asteroid. Well, I probably could have got this one in one go if I'd lined it up better. But I wanted to see what these beams did. Apparently nothing. And it'll probably take more than one swipe. Such is life. But not more than one vertical up and down movement. So if I can get an asteroid that's totally in the beams, I should be able to consume the whole thing without much of a problem. Is there any asteroid left? I can't see anything. Turn that off. Come on, there you go. Yeah, that's good. So I can't use my damage beam arrays because they're not accurate. Or damage beam. I guess it is an array of 2. Yeah. Or 1 if you're counting their. Well, no, it's the index starts at 0. That is array of 2 beams, 0 and 1. So yeah, that array of 2. All right, and that asteroid is gone. Okay, so let's see. Alright, I am curious about something, so hold on. Let me shrink StarMade, and I am finding StarMade, and server config. Let's see, can I... come on, there we go. Here we go. Alright, so here's the window of server config. So I want to look for beam. Search for beam, find next. Allow old docking beam. Debug, oh that's debug beam. Debug beam power, I don't want debug beams. Huh. Alright. Though the ding ding thing is cannot find more beam. I wanted to see if there's a beam limit in the server configs. Spawning, spawn delay, inactive timeout, no. Cleanup, default faction bias true, universe day in milliseconds. Huh. Hey, you can use -1 to turn off system rotation. I didn't know you could do that. Break off. No, I don't want break off. Don't want collision damage. Upload, yeah. X. All the beams I saw were default beams. Battle mode. I don't even know what battle mode is, right? Let's see. What else is in here? Settings. Alright, here we go. Use new player model, true. Oh, I could use... If I set that to false, can I use Spaghetti Dave? Let's see, mouse button switch. Oh, no, I don't want to switch that. That'll confuse me horrible. There's my screen resolution. That's even right. It's full screen. Borderless, texture pack. Yeah. G sample, gamma, normal. This looks like stuff in... Come on, brain. Looks like stuff in the options. Draw beams. Draw beams is true. Of course it's true. Is there a beam limit? Navigation, draw, fix, close. Let's just, I'm going to control F beam. Ah, here we go. G max beams. 1024 maximum beams. What's G? Is that graphical? Beam. Next. Shader. I don't even know what a beam shader is. I'm guessing it shades the beams. Oh. Advanced energy beam shader. That's set to true. Oh, that's beyond what you can see on the screen. Alright. Huh. Okay. So there is a limit of beams of 1024. Alright, so let's head back to StarMade. Resume, please. In fact, let's turn this off. And is it a way to figure out how many beams, how many beams I have? Let's see, ship, reactor. I can go to reactor. I can go to consumers, and it lasts every one of them. Yeah. According to this, there are 1,382 salvage units, and 1,024 is the limit for... 1,024 is the limit, so... I am physically limited on how many beams we can have. I did not realize this. So let's try this. Let's try, well, whacking some beams off. Let's see. This nonsense. No, that's not what I wanted. R. Consumers. Now how many salvage units do I have? I still need to get rid of 300 salvage units. Alright. I do not know how many salvage units are in one of these. We're going to delete up to that block. We're going to see if this is an effective cheese grater. Now we're also going to need to see... Yep, that updated except for that one there. That one still thinks there's a beam. And... Huh. Consumers. Whee. Still 132 many. There we go. And that's going to get cranky like. So let's turn her off and turn her back on. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. Oh no, it's still calculating. See what just happened. I took out a lot of beams. Consumers. We still have 20 beams too many. Although this has been a great revelation, and this, what I was intending this to be, was my actual mining vessel, but I have learned a tremendous amount from it. And it will no longer be my primary mining vessel. We're going to start this again from scratch, but with greater knowledge. That I want a cheese grater instead of a waffle stack. And I can only have 1,024 beams. So I'm going to need to design a decent cheese grater. Which is basically just an enormous checkerboard that moves up and down. I think the days of one-shotting asteroids have disappeared, because you need 120 by 120 of this to get the whole asteroid at once, so yeah. And I think the cheese grater is better for the sweeping mining that I do, as opposed to the point with your mouse and move around. If you want that, the waffle stack's good for that. But I mostly do the sweeping with the ship. So the cheese grater design I think is going to be better for me. Alright, so we've learned things today. Beautiful, wonderful things. Doesn't it just make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside? It does me. Anywho, I have been JW608, this has been StarMade, and I'll dig you cats later.